The Deputy Leader of the Labor Party here in Western Australia pour himself a glass of champagne. That's an indication that they think this is now in the bag. As you said, it's only 7:30. This is ludicrous. They're already projected to be at around 30 seats. Not long ago, there was a cheer went up when some analysts said Labor will win this government. Jessica, you will have a baby born under a Labor government, it would appear. Extraordinary, really, although let's just face it, the polls have been right. This is not one of those situations where people said the polls are getting it wrong all around the world. The polls have got it right. 14 seats was being projected in the last week in all polling. It looks like it might go higher than that, possibly 15 to 16 seats.
And that would see some senior Liberals out of a job tomorrow.
They're talking Burns Beach, so they're talking the Environment Minister, Albert Jacob, possibly Kalamunda, the Health Minister, John Day. But if you look at the polling in Bunbury, I mean, we only did 20% of the polling already. It's almost a primary for Labor of 50%. 50% of the primary in Bunbury. Now, that is a bellwether seat. Whoever is in government owns Bunbury, and it looks like Labor does.
And given Labor's primary vote 4 years ago, that's an extraordinary turnaround. So some impressive results coming through here already. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jess. Interesting too, because all the polling that's been wrong around the world has been non-compulsory voting.
That's right, Sue. And that's a very important point. That's right, exactly. And our polling has a history of being a little bit more accurate than those.
Yeah. So the seat of Bicton is a new one this election. It was formerly known as Alfred Cove, and it was formerly held by Dean Nolder, who took on the former MP and Liberal colleague Matt Taylor in a pre-selection battle. Watching on has been Labor candidate and Melville councillor Lisa O'Malley. Ms O'Malley, you campaigned against the Perth Freight Link. What influence did Row 8 have on what you're seeing tonight?
A big influence, a really, really big influence. Perth Freight Link has been a critical issue across the electorate here in Bicton, and obviously has contributed to a WA Labor win.
So you're calling it victory. I was just about to say, Lisa, it's Mark Riley here. I was going to say you're the...
Alana say it, so...
Yeah, OK. You're the Plimsoll line there in Bicton. You're at 10% and you're the 10th seat. If you win, then it's pretty well all over for Colin Barnett and the Liberals, but you're predicting that you'll win that seat, and your scrutineer is telling you that?
I don't know about this seat.
Oh, well.
I'm not sure about this seat, but it's looking good.
You're not sure about the seat, but you'll claim government.
It's been interesting, hasn't it, Mark? Because in years gone by, a 10% margin would be considered to be a safe seat. In this election, no such thing.
No, that's right. There is no... This is the new abnormal of politics. The normal is out the window. This is the new abnormal. The electorate is moving sharply, and when it decides to change its mind, it changes it decisively.
Lisa, it's Eric Ripper here. I understand that the One Nation deal might have bitten quite severely in a seat like Bicton. Have you found that that's diminished the Liberal vote there?
Well, there's certainly been a great deal of upset out in the electorate with traditional Liberal voters regarding that deal, but we don't have a One Nation candidate here. So there's been a pretty clear choice, really, for people.
And it's Jeff Parry, Lisa, if you can hear me. The Row 8, that Bicton, of course, is the Row 8 seat. What do you think that issue has had in your lead in the seat tonight?
Oh, I think it's had a huge amount of influence. I think it's something that people feel very passionately about. They're very emotional about.